Hello, hello, welcome, Mindset Monday. Hope you're all doing great. For those of you who have fathers in your life, I hope you had a great Father's Day yesterday. What did we do? We went for a bike ride. My husband has a deep fat fryer that I I am not a fan of, but he has one and he made all kinds of deep fat fried foods yesterday. So the kids were happy. So that's what we did and had dinner last night and just like a chill day, but it was great. So I'm curious for those of you who end up watching this, I want to know what'd you do yesterday? Did you call your dad? Did you send a card if you had anyone to celebrate with? And maybe for you, it was just a normal, ordinary day. So I'm so glad that you're joining. I want to talk to you about what to eat versus why to eat. And here's why this is important. First of all, for those who are new to the group and don't know me, my name is Kim Lakoski. I host this group because this sounds so cliche. It is my passion to help women who are struggling with the food fight and feeling good in their bodies and who are confused about all the conflicting information and who have spent years and money and energy investing in diets that don't work. So that is why I host this group. That's why I'm here. And that's why I show up every Monday to do free coaching in the group. So if you join me live, please say hi. If you end up watching the replay, put replay right down below in the comments. I want to know who's joining. It's just fun for me to see who's active in the group. So, because the more active it is, the more fun it is for all of us. Okay, so what to eat versus why we eat. Here's why this is important because, like I just alluded to, there's so much conflicting information out there about nutrition, nutritional sciences, the right way to eat. You see different ads and before and after pictures and this diet and that diet and intermittent fasting and keto and paleo and vegetarianism, all of it, right? And what all of those focus on is what are the right foods to eat, okay? As if there's some magic formula that's the same for everybody, and that's not true, especially for women with all of our hormone fluctuations. And we're at different seasons in our life, we have different needs in our bodies. There is no cookie cutter plan that's going to be perfect, okay? So when we focus on the the right combination of the what foods to eat, we end up just in this whirlwind of trying to figure it out. And what I see happening with so many women is they're going and gathering a lot of information, right? It's it's let me read one more book. Let me listen to one more podcast and then I'll figure it out. Oh, there's this new book that my friend told I got to go read that. I mean, how many people here collect books and blogs and podcasts, right? So, if that is you, then I want you to listen up. So I'm getting a little error message from Facebook. Okay, hope we're still good. So, because if that's you, if you are someone who is who thinks that you just need to gather a little bit more information, you just need to do a little bit more research, then I say this with all kindness, that is part of the problem. Focusing on just what the right combinations of foods are is part of the problem. So you're actually holding yourself back, and I want to help you stop. Okay? So, because collecting more information is not going to get you where you want to go. And if you think the problem is not knowing what to eat, I'm going to ask you a different question. Instead, I want to ask you, why are you eating? Now, I don't mean why are you eating at all? Obviously, we all need to eat, right? We're all going to eat, okay? So I don't mean why are you eating anything, but what I mean is if you are a woman who is struggling with the size of her body, who can't seem to stay consistent with anything, who can't stay out of cookies and chips and ice cream or whatever it is, okay, whatever your kind of to treats are. Okay, for me, it's like ice cream and peanut butter, hands down. Then looking at why you're eating is going to be much more powerful for you in helping you move forward. Okay, now, if you're one of the Unstuck Method women watching and you already know this because we talk about this a lot in our coaching calls, the good review, but you're going to know this already. So let me give you an example. I talked to a woman last week on the phone, and she was telling me how she always seemed to gain weight during the summertime. Uh, her kids are home, there's more food around, she always gains weight. And she's really concerned about now that we're starting into summer, or for some of us, summer has started, that she's really worried that she's going to gain even more weight this summer. And what I pointed out to her was having the kids home, having more food around is not why you gain weight. That's not, those two factors have nothing to do with the size of our bodies. The reason that this woman gained weight is because she made choices during the day to put food in her mouth when she was not hungry. And most likely, they probably, at least some of the time, weren't the healthiest foods, right? We think summertime, kids around, snacks, right? And no judgment, because hey, we have all been, maybe not all, I've been there. I'm sure a lot of you have been there, okay? Absolutely been there. No judgment. But let's be honest about what really is going on. Having the kids home and having more snacks around this summer is not what's going to make me gain weight. It's the choices that I make each day. Okay? So, how she was thinking about it was actually setting herself up for gaining more weight this summer because she was saying, I always gain weight during the summer. I always overeat during the summer. Having more food around, I gain weight. So she was, instead of just reflecting back as to what had happened, she was pulling her past up into her present and predicting, being prescriptive about what was going to happen this summer. So we had a conversation, an honest conversation about let's change those thoughts. Let's change the way that you're looking at this so you're not setting yourself up for something that you don't actually want. Okay? So I use that as an example, but similarly, look, if you say to yourself, if you've got thoughts in your head that go, I can't say no to ice cream, or I always overeat on vacation and come back 5 pounds heavier, or I always need to have something to eat before I go to bed. And that's probably, that's not going to be a salad. Okay. Then you're right. You will always gain 5 pounds when you go on vacation. You will always not say no. You'll say yes to ice cream. You'll always have a snack before you go to bed. Not that there's anything wrong with having a snack, but you're setting yourself up. You are telling your brain, you are sending messages to your subconscious that this is what will happen. So you are actually creating your future with something that is you don't want. Okay, so this is why a lot of women end up eating, turning to food when it's not in their best interest. It's not aligned with their goals. And that's why in the Unstuck Method, the coaching program that I offer, but that's why we talk about what I call self-story alignments. It's where we align our thoughts, how we're thinking, with our actions, what we're actually doing, so that we can actually hit goals, right? Because who doesn't want to hit their goals? Okay. So, yeah, we talk about absolutely nutrition and hormone synergy and fitness, building our fitness and movement and making these practical, because look, we're busy, especially if you've got kids at home, you don't have extra time, right? Self-story alignment, it doesn't take any extra time. It's nothing more on your to-do list, but it can be really powerful to get underneath and to understand why it is that you're eating in a way that is not aligned with where you want to get to. Okay, it's a 4-step process. The first step is about awareness and then starting to ask yourself these questions and then taking action on them. So, I hope this makes sense. I hope this is helpful. If it is, let me know. Put it in the chat or in the comments below. Let me know. Here's what I want you to do, what I invite or encourage you to do. Because you can sit there and watch the video. You can sit there and listen to me and say, "Yep, that's nice. That's really interesting. I never thought about it that way." And then you go on with your day and don't change anything. That is not why I do the work that I do. I don't come on here to give you information so that you don't do anything with it. The work I do is about helping women create change in their lives that works for their lifestyle. So, I encourage you, I recommend that you start paying attention to the thoughts you're having around and about food and eating and how you're relating to food and your body. You will start to notice a pattern of sentences that start with I always, or I never, or I can't, okay, or I can. Start to pay attention and ask yourself, is that what I actually want? Because if it's not, then that means your thoughts are not in alignment with where you want to get to. And that means your actions aren't going to be either. They all need to be lined up. Okay. So pay attention, start catching those. Okay. There's probably a few that are going to come up that you're going to notice that pattern. And then ask yourself, if this thought is not setting me up to get to where I want to be, what can I change it to? Because we have a choice. We have a choice every single day. Every day is a choice to make a difference. And doing this work, paying attention, again, doesn't add on time to your day, but it is far more worthwhile and powerful than looking up another recipe on Google, trying to figure out the right thing to eat. Okay, so again, I hope this was helpful. I hope you have an amazing day. And let me know in the comments if you want to hear more about this or have any questions. Put it in the comments, send me a PM. I would love to hear from you. Okay, have a great day.